Okay, friends, countrymen, greetings.
Lend me your ears.
Yes, lend me your ears, but not your voices. And speaking of that, yeah, there goes Bob. I almost forgot too, Bob, but it's a good time to mute your phone if you haven't already done that. I don't think the CIA is going to be calling you just right now for your input on international situation. So it's time for the meeting. Doesn't work. There we go. Meeting is called to order. Thank you. And guess what? It's June 15th. Happy to see everyone. We got a new guy here, my new wingman, Mr. Rick Maloney, is going to take down your every utterance, including my own. Thank you, Rick. And my old wingman's right here in the front. In case I've forgotten to do anything, I'm sure he'll remind me.
I got paper wide, I'll throw it.
Thank you. Thank you, Bob. Everybody signed in. I know Miss Barr was checking up on you all, so thank you. We have a new sign-in sheet. If you didn't notice, it no longer requires you to put down your birthday and a copy of your complete family tree. It's just your name and whether you're an NMRA member. So if you do bring a visitor with you, however, we'll get to visitors in a moment. Oh, we do have a visitor. Jeez. Sorry, Bruce. If we do have a visitor, you're not required to do that, Bruce, but because we have your information already and we'll come to your house if we need you. But if you do have a visitor, you bring in a visitor, prospective member, there is a new sheet that has expanded information that we can take down their information so we can contact them and share our great hobby with them. So please remember if you do bring a visitor with you. And now it's time to recognize visitors. Bruce McCowan, of course, is here because he's the presenter today. Many of you hopefully know Bruce. If you don't, he's in the back row being quiet now, but pretty soon he'll be up here being noisy and sharing information, which we'll get into at a later time in the meeting about something about refrigerated boxcars. I don't know what. Good to see you, Bruce.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Russ, we have any visitors online?
No, Ron, it's actually pretty light. They must be all out cutting grass or something.
No, they are. I feel I'd rather be at an NMRA meeting than mowing the lawn, but that's just me. Minutes from the last meeting. Can we have a
Ron?
Oh, yes, visitors. We do have a visitor. I forgot. We have Darcy. Well, he's a member, but Darcy trains at the tree, which we'll talk about briefly later. Darcy, say hello to the fans and show what you got.
Hey, everybody. So, yeah, we're Trains at the Tree, 24. Doesn't quite rhyme as nice as 23, but we're having one heck of a crowd here. Had a decent sized crowd last night. We're set up, Southern Indiana Railroad set up, and we've had some Division 8 folks out here and some K&I members out here, or some Division 8 members. And we got Don over here showing the youngins on the Division 8 coffin module, as it was, on how to build a layout and letting kids kind of run some stuff back and forth. And then, we have folks running a lot of activity going on. Everybody can hear me okay, right?
We can,
Yep.
Darcy.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I'm using a different set of headphones so I can actually hear you. But yeah, we got all the modules lit up. We're looking pretty good here, and we're on one heck of a crowd. So that's pretty cool. Special thanks to Division 8 guys for helping out and for loaning us that coffin module, which we set up from time to time. We had it set up for Christmas, and we had it set up now, obviously, and it's a draw for little kids too. So it's great. It's been really great.
And when we get to the programs and meetings section of the meeting, up to distant future, we're going to be reminding our members to come and see you personally today or tomorrow while you're still there.
That'll work. 11 to 8. Or no, yeah, 11 to 8 tonight, and then noon to 6 tomorrow. We'll be tearing down probably about 5:30.
Okay.
All right.
All right, Darcy.
Thank you.
Good to see you. Thank you.
Good to see you all. All right. And Ron, I found my t-shirt.
You found your what?
I found my t-shirt.
Oh, excellent, excellent.
See?
It was in the garage with your train stuff, I'm
Yeah,
sure.
Actually, it was not in the garage with the train stuff, but that's okay.
All right,
So,
Darcy.
Thanks.
We'll see you tomorrow. Okay. Report from Darcy. Okay, moving or resuming. Am I okay, Fred?
We're re-zooming.
We're
Yes.
resuming. Okay, good. Want to make sure we're on the same page. Can we have a motion to accept the minutes as?
So moved. Second.
Who's second? Oh. Bruce, Mr. Mayor. Thank you, Bruce. Stan? Nobody wants? I was hoping that Bob could read the minutes from the last meeting.
I probably lay low.
Okay, we'll move on instead to Mike, as you see, is not here today, but instead we have, oh, it's been, it's been an extra week since the last meeting, so some of my skills are lacking. All those in favor of approving the minutes from the last meeting, please say aye. Thank you. Okay. Moving on, treasurer's report, I think.
Treasurer's report.
Fred is here for Mike. We're missing some key committee members here today, 3 of them, but Fred is here with his various hats.
We're missing a few people, so I'm wearing different hats today. Okay, so right now I'm the treasurer because Mike is off at a graduation. And there's nothing wrong with that. So we spent some money and we took some money in and we're doing well. How's that sound?
Perfect.
All right, I'm gonna be a little more specific than that. Any questions for me? Good, because this is all I know about the treasurer's report. If you have any questions about it though, feel free to holler at Mike if you want more details and so forth. So, do we have a motion to approve?
So moved. Second.
Thank you, Ken. Bob and Ken, the Bob and Ken show. Vote, yes, well, I was distracted by, Mr. Lasher has just joined us online. A rare visitor, so I was excited and I was speechless, actually. All those in favor of approving the treasurer's report?
Aye.
Thank you.
Right.
So moving right along, committee, Fred, new hat, please.
So, member welfare. Mike is not here. Wait a minute, you already know that. Mike is not here. And Mike, in his email to me about these people said, this is what I get for bragging that we had 3 months without anybody in the hospital. We have a bunch of hospitalizations. So everybody up there has been in the hospital. The good news is they're all out of the hospital and either recovering at home or recovered enough to be on a road trip this weekend. That's where Barry is actually. And if you don't know, the Brennans actually came down with COVID while they were on a trip in Germany. Yeah. And Barry Christensen was in for an emergency appendectomy. But he's on the road this weekend with Robin to railroad. Chicago.
And he's a little lighter.
It's a little lighter. That's right. That's right.
Weight loss program.
That's right. So that's what we have for member welfare. And as always, if you know somebody or know of someone who's hospitalized or worse than that, let Mike know, let one of the officers know, and we'll get that process going. So again, we only did one gift card because all but one came in late in the month. So.
Okay. Any questions about member welfare before we move on? No? Okay, well, there's a special committee report, which we don't usually do, but it was information about the library was
Mike's job. Mike is the librarian. If you didn't know, Mike Berry is the librarian. And if you go on the member only part of the website, you'll see all the stuff that we have in there. A bunch of DVDs, a bunch of VHS tapes. There's a set of templates and so forth to build billboards. And there's also some fast track stuff that we'll be talking about here in a couple minutes. Well, what we've decided is, I think we talked to you guys before, we went out and bought a new Code 83 number 6 fast tracks turnout fixture. And that's just the fixture. We already had the other filing tools. They would work from code 70 to 83 to 100. So we didn't need to buy that. But talking to people about doing the AP program for building track, the challenge was, I don't want to build this in code 100. Well, we always used my personal ones. We decided let's buy some for the division itself. So we're actually going to do a clinic probably October, maybe September. We're still deciding what date it's going to be. We're going to do a clinic on using this thing, and Barbara is going to build a turnout live right here. How many of you believe that? Yeah, okay. I'll be building a turnout live right here. Okay. And she'll be helping me a little bit. So that'd be kind of cool using all those tools. And Stan can tell you, it ain't that hard. The first one is tough, but after that, it's like, I got this. I got this. What else we got on there? Division 8 website, I said already, not the sign-in table, but in the back, those are the VHS tapes from the library. I was superintendent for 4 years. Ron's been superintendent for 2 years, and we can say that during our tenure, none of those VHS tapes have been checked out.
Yeah.
Not a one. So you still have a VHS player. How many do we have? At least 3. Okay. And you're interested in those videos, please take one and do not bring it back. Okay. The library is letting you check it out on a permanent loan. Or if you want to give it to someone else, that's fine too. There's a bunch of DVDs out there. Guess what we're going to do with the DVDs if no one checks them out in the next year or so? They're going to show up out here as well. Any of these VHS tapes that don't go away by the end of next meeting are being donated somewhere. Okay? No one's looking at them. No one's visiting them. Why should we even manage that? You know, have them on hand. Bob's got one. I see a couple others that have been checked out as well. We talked about that, talked about that. All right. Ron, we're done.
Okay. Thank you, Fred.
Now, I don't need to wear the achievement program hat, even though Mark Norman isn't here. I was going to cover for him because we don't have any achievement program stuff. So we'll just skip that one. However, as you already know, Barry is on the road for a road trip with Robin. So let's talk about the contest, modeling contest, open loads. But before we get there, I want to point out on the show and tell table here, we've already taken pictures. On the left, what do we got back there?
Those are 3D printed items?
3D printed S-scale.
Right, right.
Awesome stuff. So if you're not in the room, you'll see those in the pie card. And I may even slide a couple pictures in the video when I produce it tomorrow. If you're in the room, please take a look, ask some questions and so forth. There's a couple of flyers out there that talk a little bit about it and on and on. If you've been following along in Groups.io, you know that we've been having a little bit of a discussion about the open loads, specifically the flat car load with the trucks, the wheel sets on it from Class 1 Model Works. And I had recently received that, hadn't put it together, but I decided I was going to put that together and bring it in for the day. So that's what it looks like. The only weathering I've done on the load, okay, which is what sits on top of the flat car, forget the flat car, that was weathered heavily before. Only thing I've done with it is a few pan pastels. It took me like 5 minutes to kind of flip around it to just kind of dull it and put a little bit of weathering on it. And then I put those wheel sets on there, and that's all I've done to it. So you can take a look at that, see what you think. And, you know, I think it's a pretty good load myself. I did check last night because I was kind of curious and wanted to let you know. They are all sold out, both the 50 and 60 foot versions from the Class 1 Model Works site. I'm sure they'll get some more in, but yeah, it's been a big hit. All right, let's talk about our contest this month. There were just 3 entries for open loads, and that means there was no honorable mention. Yay. Coming in on 3rd place is John Helton's to be retired from active duty. A couple of U.S. Navy trucks that were going off to the scrapyard or going off to resale or auction or something like that. Coming in 2nd place was Steve Lasher with that subway car load. And in 1st place, Bob Frankrone with a load of culvert pipes. And we actually have the certificate up here. It's all signed. And the next time we see Bob Frankrone, we'll go ahead and present that to him. But he's off on a trip. Oh, okay. Here you go. Okay, hang on a minute. Do this one. Oh, wait.
Okay.
Good, thanks.
We'll send that to Bob.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm done. So I'm gonna go put my last hat on with what I usually do during the meetings, and that'd be the Zoom producer back in the back. All right, thanks, guys. Oh, wait, no, we're not done. We're not done. That's right, more. But wait, there's more. Next slide. I forgot.
Oh,
The monthly modeling
Oh.
contest. Next month, there is not a monthly modeling contest because it's July. And, oh, Barbara says I have to put my hat back on. Well, I'm still here. So, we're back. We're not doing one in July because it's the picnic, and what we'll do is hand out certificates and gift cards for those who came in first, second, third overall for the year. So in August, we actually will have a contest. We want to announce it now, and that is maintenance of way. Good to go? All right, I'll go away now.
of course, if you don't attend the picnic,
Oh,
I can speak while the photo's being taken. If you don't attend the picnic, guess what? You're not gonna know who the contest winners are.
Ever?
And you're gonna miss a great lunch,
Ever?
great box lunch, which includes chips and a cookie and a bottle of water. All for just, plus a train ride, tour of the facility, all for just $10.
What time do we meet?
we're gonna get there in just a minute.
This is gonna be covered under the next programs and meetings and upcoming events. But that's an excellent question, Bob, but it will be covered. Fortunately, we almost forgot to make note of the schedule, but we did remember at the last minute. Russell, programs and
Yes. Yes, I'm here. I want to see a slide. There you go. So, today, we're pleased to welcome back, Bruce McCullen. As, many of you, probably know, Bruce is a Santa Fe modeler, and today he's going to tell us how that fruit gets from California to New York. Now, many of you may know that every now and then during my ops that I do have a fruit train, and there are a number of Santa Fe reefers on it. So I've been really looking forward to hearing what Bruce has to say about this. So Bruce will be up on bat in just a few minutes. Next. So as Darcy was telling you, this weekend is Trains at the Tree. That's the Green Tree Mall across the river there. And if you still want to go ahead and either run some trains, or I know we have a lot of talkers online today. So if you like to talk, you can put your skills to work. This is a real good opportunity that people will come up and you can tell them anything they'd like to know about model railroading, or if you'd like to run a train with the Southern Indiana Club, that you can do that. You can go right after the meeting up until 8 o'clock tonight, or tomorrow between 11 and 5. So it's a fun thing. I did that a couple of events ago, and you get to meet some nice people and hopefully attract them to the hobby. So give that a try if you'd like. Next, please. So, next week it's going to be 90 plus degrees. So that must mean it's summer, which means that it's picnic time. And Ron alluded to a lot of the things that are already on here, but for the mere price of $10 American, you can have the very popular McAllister's box lunch with your choice of 3 different sandwiches. You also get to, of course, ride the train. And this year, we've talked them into giving us a tour of the shop and the museum. So perhaps we'll get to see whatever shape 152's in. So again, it's really, really easy. I bought my ticket a couple weeks ago. So easy, even a caveman can do it. So just go to the pie card, go down to where the picnic, click, 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 and you're in like Flint. So remember that seating is limited, so don't procrastinate on this. since we won't have another meeting until the picnic, Ron wanted me to remind you and try to tuck this away for those of you that are coming, that Rick Maloney and myself will be in the parking lot or someplace close by, directing you to where the event building will be, where we'll have our lunch and find out who's this year's contest winner. So we hope to see you then. Don't forget to sign up. Next. So moving ahead to August, if you haven't been to the Franklin train show, you might want to go ahead and do that. As you can see up there, 4 buildings filled with goodies. So do check that out. I did a Google map, and from my house, it's about an hour and a half up there. For you guys that are on the Indiana side, I would think maybe a little less than an hour, and you're in like Flint. So go check that out back in August. Next.
Just to remind everybody, we will have a table there at the Franklin Train Show where we'll be selling some donations that have been given to Division 8, as well as a table promoting our train show, which we do the same for the Central Indiana Division folks for this show at our show. I know it doesn't say that on your slide, Russell.
Thanks, Ron. Okay, and last but not least, still in August, for all you techies out there that love to run trains with your phone, I think you'll really enjoy hearing George Bogatak from Soundtracks, and maybe a lot of you have talked to George about some technical questions, or maybe seen him at a number of the big train shows, but we've twisted George's arm, and he'll be with us at our August meeting to tell you about Soundtrack's new Bluenami decoder. And you probably, from the sound of the name, get the idea exactly what it is. But in talking with George briefly from the shop, not only can you, now you have to get this Bluenami app, but what the heck, if you're like my wife, you have about 3 dozen apps on your phone. So what's one more? So not only will you be able to run your train with your phone, but with this Bluenami in the app, you'll actually be able to program it just like if you had JMRI. So this is pretty neat stuff. So do tune in August. I think you'll find it interesting and fascinating, and probably will want to go out and get this. So Ron, that's all I have right now.
Programming in the palm of your hand, right?
There you go. It's some neat stuff.
All right. Thank you, Russ. A lot of stuff from you today. A lot going on. Well, this next item.
Got a question.
Oh, yes, Bob.
I have an addition. 15 years ago this weekend, Father's Day weekend at Oxmoor Center was the first show for the 060 Library. And we've been to where the 060 is set up right now. We've had our meetings at the Toy Mall a couple of times in the winter because they got good parking in the winter time. Anyway, the 060 is celebrating their 50th anniversary.
At the toy mall still.
Still.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way.
Tomorrow, they're gonna be
come
there.
out any Sunday and run.
They're gonna be there tomorrow.
Yeah, but I'm not.
Probably not the best Sunday to attend, through the Father's Day.
Father's Day. Yeah, come on out.
It is a good event for us at the Trains at the Tree, because there's a Texas Roadhouse there where moms who are done with cooking for dad send the family to eat.
Yeah.
All right, Bob Dawson, please step forward. We have more recognition for you. Yeah. I wasn't in favor of this, but some people said, you know, you should do something nice for Bob. And once again, I want to thank Bob, and Bob's not going anywhere. Bob's still editing the pie card and keeping us on the straight and narrow when we forget what we're supposed to be doing correctly. And then we want to give him the certificate, which I'll hold it up so you can see in a minute, but it acknowledges that Bob was our clerk from 2012 to 2024 and a trustee from 2006 to 2012. Not to mention numerous other things that were outlined in the May edition of the pie card, which you can read on our website anytime. Bob,
Okay, well, thank you.
thank you. Thank you very much.
Are you getting that around?
Okay.
Well, thank you very much, and, I have to say, thank you very much. Also, I'm glad I'm not the clerk anymore, only because now people don't have to sharpshoot when I'm writing.
Thank you, Bob. Okay, and with that, no back to basics this month due to Fred ran out of hats, so that's why there's no back to basics this month. So we'll have a 5-minute break. Starting now is 2:27. 7 and 3 is what? 2:32. Be back in your chair, ready for Bruce's interesting presentation.